Good morning, guys. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If not, it's most likely because you're not subscribed to my channel yet, man. So go down, hit that subscribe button, click on that post notification bell so you get updated or notified every time I do a new upload. We're just under 50 subs. It's pretty amazing and we're still going strong, guys. So let's get down to business, guys. Today I want to talk about a TBI, other known as a traumatic brain injury, and it is something which I also suffer from, and actually a lot of people around us do suffer from, and it is also seen as an invisible disability. Because let's take it from this point of view. Let's say you didn't know me and I came walking into a building. You will not think that I have a disability at all. I mean, I'm walking, I'm talking, acting like a normal body-abled person, you know, or able-bodied person. The thing is, with a traumatic brain injury, not only do you not see it, but it affects you from day one. From the first time you've occurred that injury, it is mostly like a very, very severe bump on the head, which literally makes your brain shake inside of your skull, which causes this traumatic injury. This injury, unfortunately, will be with you for the rest of your life. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but it is the facts. A brain injury isn't like when you get, let's say you have a dent or a knock on your car, where you can take it to the mechanic and he can fix it 100%. When it comes out of the workshop, it looks perfect, like it has never gotten a bump or dent or nothing. Whereas the brain, it is such a fragile organ, and to be honest, people don't fully understand the brain yet. There's so much different things going on in the brain that I feel it's literally impossible for us as a human being to understand the brain 100%. And a brain injury causes simple stuff like forgetting things, confusion, headaches, being tired the whole time. You rather go and sleep than do something fun. This is all part of a brain injury. And then I haven't even gotten to where you actually lose certain stuff, like you can't like measure how far something is from you, like distance and stuff like that. You can't measure that anymore. In my case, I can't. Another thing with this thing you call the brain, you know, apparently you do need it. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I can just screw it off, put it down, and just leave me alone for 5 seconds. Let me just relax. And unfortunately, we can't do that. Another thing which 90% of the people that occur brain injury suffer from is aphasia. And if you didn't know what aphasia is, it is when the brain, when it has to make a connection, let's like say you have to make the connection to a car, what a car looks like. You know, it has 4 wheels, the wheels turn, you can drive in it, you can explain how it works 100%, but you cannot get to that word. What do you call it? Like, you can't remember the word car. And that is something I am struggling with a lot. It has gotten a lot better. And I can explain to you how it got better. Firstly, I needed to be diagnosed with this in order for me or for my brain to understand what is actually going on, because my brain was going bonkers. It's confusion because you know what it is, but you can't name it, and you are trying to describe it, but yes, at the end of the day, you might as just have been describing a dog, because those connections isn't being made by the brain. So I found a way where I have to think of what it is I want to describe. I have to find certain connections as to how I can describe this thing. And the most important thing is, what does it begin with? What word? Like, let's say it's a car that I wanted to explain. What does it begin with? C, yes, C. Cat? No. Can? No. What's what's the second word? Car. You see, that's the stuff. That's how I must make connections to get to the word that I actually want to describe. And this is something that has helped me a lot. So with a brain injury, not only is it lifelong, but your brain continues to make new pathways. And I can promise you 90% of the time, it's like there's so many stuff going on in your brain, and these pathways that's made by the brain, you can say it's like cars moving on a road, where there's a car and there's a car, and they keep on bumping into one another, trying to get past it to make that connection. And the thing is with the brain, it keeps on making these bumps, driving into something, until it can figure out, oh, but if I go around and up here, I can make a new connection. And that is something you, unfortunately, like I said, you struggle with for the rest of your life. But as soon as you start realizing that this is what I have, this is something that will be a lifelong challenge, you can start working on it and finding shortcuts that works for you. And this that I'm telling you might not work for everyone, but it works for me. And a brain injury is like a fingerprint. You can have hundreds of people with brain injuries in the same room, but not one of their brain injuries will be the exact same as yours. There might be similarities, but it will not be the same. And then it comes down to, don't judge a book by its cover, guys. We all might look normal, able-bodied, but you don't know the past of that person. So I wanted to give you a bit of details on what it's like living with a traumatic brain injury. I hope it helped you guys. If it did, please share. Please write in the comments down below what you thought. And remember, hashtag Dankie Jesus vir alles. Stay happy, stay humble, and always be kind. Love, Heidi.